everyone, my name is Dave. My wife Diane is taking this video, and we're going to do a video documentation of the building of our new race car venture. It'll be raced in the East Coast Timing Association Land Speed Racing venue, primarily in Wilmington, Ohio. The various classes of cars allow any type of car you can imagine, and we've chosen to run in a category called AA, blown fuel streamliner. Now, what that really means, AA is the largest engine that you can race. Blown fuel means it'll be supercharged, and we're running on methanol alcohol. It becomes a streamliner because large parts of the body, or the wheels and tires, will be covered. What you can see right here, right now, is the beginning of the frame. Basically, this is almost the end of the frame. There's a large structure here that gets covered with an aluminum shell, and the wheels and tires and brakes go right here in the front. This center section gets loaded up with a variety of devices: a fuel tank, a water cooling tank, an oil tank, and then this is the basic engine. This engine is sitting here as a mock-up engine so that we can get our lines and levers and hoses and stuff cut to made and put in place. The rear axle in this car is a little unique because we're going to be racing 1 mile or 1.5 miles. This is like a short version of Bonneville Salt Flats out in Utah, and you don't go quite as fast, you don't have quite as much distance, but you are racing on a concrete surface. The Wilmington, Ohio area that we're racing on is an airport. It's a runway of an airport that's not being used, and the East Coast Timing Association has leased that runway for us to race on. We're out of the paint shop, which was right there, and we're in the assembly shop, which is about 6 feet back. So there's not a lot going on in the front of the car right now. The fire bottles, 2 10-pound fire bottles, which would help in case of a fire, obviously. One shoots on the engine, the other one shoots on me in the cockpit, and it's 20 pounds of Halon 1301, more than enough to put out a very hard fire. Also, I'll be wearing a fire suit and other protective gear that's really going to keep me safe in case of some sort of incident. But what we have tonight to show you that's really pretty interesting is what's going on in the back of the car, because we've done something that's really moving us forward towards having the car assembled. This is the rear end of the car. This is a Winters Performance Extremliner Quick Change rear end. This is the same type of rear end that gets used in the Bonneville Salt Flat cars, that, you know, the 300 and 400 mile-an-hour cars. Very capable rear end. You can put a lot of power through it. You're not going to hurt it. It's a full floating axle. There's hubs on here that the drive plates go on, the axle shafts slide in. In case of a broken axle shaft, you still keep a wheel and tire on the car. The inside of the case has a couple large ball bearings that are placed at the back of the case, and they pick up the shaft here of both the upper and lower gear set. Now, to change axle ratio in this car from, say, you want to run a 2.8, you want to run a 2.6, you know, you pull both of these gears off, and I mean you just pull them off, and you change it to the other gear set, then you put them back on. That's simple. And then you put the cover back on, refill the fluid, and you're done. So it's that quick. That's why it's called a quick change. The push bar is in place. We've got a ball on the back. The car will be pushed to get it off the starting line. Once we get up to about 30 miles an hour, I'll be able to take off with the engine based on the gear ratio and what we're doing at the track. We'll see you next time and show you when the engine's going in. It'll be pretty interesting. See you later.